No. All right. I'm on my computer down here for anyone's who's gonna watch and just put the camera on and work today. So this needs to be this end. Power there. What's up, Nick? Alright, what's up, guys? So I don't have my computer this morning, so I won't be able to see comments unless I tap the back of my phone. I was working on kind of getting the wiring done on the Pikachu piece. Got the Charizard piece done yesterday. It looks really good. So I'm gonna work on getting this figured out. I mean, technically, I could probably start painting this. I'm trying to think why there's no reason I couldn't paint it. I got all the soldering done on the body and stuff, so I don't see why I couldn't start painting, to be honest, because I wanted to get the soldering done before I did any painting. It's just a matter of getting the LEDs and plugging. So it's going to be all plug and play, so it has to come apart for shipping. So my plan is basically all the LEDs that I'm going to have. So for instance, like in the cheeks, I'm going to glue an LED in here with a male end tab. So this has a little micro plug. So I'm using these. So this is like the female end, and this is the male end. So they're micro plugs from Evans Designs. They're freaking amazing. I love it. It makes lighting so much easier for someone who doesn't light stuff. So I got the wiring done on Pikachu. So I got the lead, the male lead here that will plug in here. Now I'm thinking I may glue Pikachu down. I don't know. He's with his tail and he's really back heavy. Um, I might try to put a magnet in here. I think if I can put a magnet in, he'll stay. I'd really like to ship them separately, so maybe I'll try to do that today. If I'm real careful, I don't want to crack this print out because that's pretty thin there. That's my only concern. But we'll see. So I got the wiring done on Pikachu for the LEDs. Now I'm gonna work on the base. So I'm not an electrician. So I guess I run all the wires. Run leads yesterday. That took a little time because I had to fight through all the supports and stuff. The base doesn't rattle. Pikachu rattles a little bit because there's some loose supports in them. Actually, he doesn't rattle nearly as much as I thought he would. So, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. I'm just planning this out. There. These all get male leads or female leads here. So I'm just loosely tying these on, and then we'll solder everything together. And then when I do the LEDs, they'll get. I'm sorry, these are getting female ends. When I do the LEDs, they'll get the male ends. There. So I need 4 lights in the base. I was chatting with Tony this morning. No, so Evans Designs doesn't have anything that I could use for a controller. I called them. So And again, I don't want to do Arduino because I'd never done it before, and I don't want to. I don't want to spend the time figuring it out, to be honest. So there's got to be something that I can plug in an external control box of some sort that's 12 volt that will work. So if anyone has any ideas, let me know. I did a quick Google search the other night on Amazon, and it was all like I searched up like LED controllers, and it was all stuff for like your kitchen, Christmas lights, things like that. So, but there's got to be something you can do. I know it's out there, so I got to find it. I should put a little post in the Facebook group, and someone will answer. But so yeah, I think I'll start painting this. There's no reason I can't start painting this today. I was gonna do this and then start working on Pearl, but once I get all the soldering done on this, the part that I'm worried about damaging anything is over, which is hot, heat guns and soldering irons next to paint. So, yeah, I think I'll start painting this today. Now Pikachu, it's gonna take a lot of yellow. I may see if I can find a rattle can for that. Because it's a lot of surface to cover with an airbrush, and yellow is a bitch to spray. It's really hard to get even coverage. So I can get the space painter today, at least. So this wire that I got from Evans Design, what's this called? It's got a certain name. It is freaking phenomenal. I was buying all sorts of different wire from other places, but this stuff is really robust. I can bend it a bunch of times and it doesn't break. So this stuff is good. Someone reached out, had mentioned to me once that I was like, yeah, he was getting stuff from Evans Design. He's like, yeah, but it's like, it's kind of expensive for what you get. It's like, I don't think it's expensive at all for someone who doesn't understand, resistors and all that crap. If I can get an LED pre-wired for $2 or $1.50, I'm going with that one. I'm all about plug and play, guys. I'm like, give me something that I can plug it in and it's gonna work. Because I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses as far as this stuff goes. Okay, so here's all the leads for the power. So now I'm gonna start soldering. I got my soldering gun hot here. They have a lightning light. Yeah, but see, they do. But I want to be able to turn this. I want to be able to make them solid or blank. I don't want to have either or. So I did see that. And the lightning bulbs are really, really tiny. I need a 5mm. I need as much light as I can get. I need 5mm LEDs. So those aren't big enough anyway. So I saw those when I looked at them. So what I'd like to do on these guys, since I'm running through a print, I like to twist these up so it's like a braided wire. Just feels like it gives a little more robustness. So I like to twist these up. It just helps clean things up. Alexa, play Pandora.
Sunset Radio from Pandora.
Alexa, volume down. So this wire is so thin you can't use a wire stripper on it. So you have to use just the heat from the soldering iron to get the coating off. And when I do wires like this, I like to put on so I've got this to go over the other two. It's probably overkill, but I don't know. I like to do this. I'll put this on here. And I'll cover up the other two wires. My soldering iron here. So hopefully it's not fuzzy today. I was watching I had my computer on my thing, and it was really the feed was really fuzzy. So I just use the heat gun to melt the coating off because it's too small for a wire stripper. And I like to expose a lot of wire. I like to have a lot of room to play. Ooh, that heats up fast. It's a very good conductor. Okay. So I shrink wrap the wires individually, and then I put a shrink wrap on top of those. Fold it back over on itself, and then we got that. There's a bunch of cords here that are kind of getting all. Let me pack up the Charizard piece and get that out since I'm going to package these separately. I don't want to ship them together. Just for safety reasons. Less chance of something getting damaged. I'm going to have to pack the crap out of those Charizards. Some fragile stuff there. So I take the big shrink wrap and go over that. So another reason I'm doing things this way with the plugs and everything, not only for shipping, but let's say an LED possibly goes out in the future, then we can unplug it and replace it relatively easy. And since Tony's an electrical engineer, he should be able to do this no problem. Switch out an LED, I think. And that shrink wrap's a little big. Didn't quite shrink as much as I wanted to, but it's okay. So I'll use the next size down if it goes over it. I'm not sure if it'll fit. May not fit. Should probably be okay. Okay. Excuse me. Melted my cutting mat. Go some water. Tickle my throat. Do I have a bottle here? I don't. I'll be back. I need to go some water. And I've got one LED here. Well, I got a bunch of LEDs, but I'll wire up my 5 millimeter to half, and I'll test, make sure everything's got power and everything, make sure everything's working. Maybe this light's busted. I can get a different one. I have to have a picture a second in here. Nope. Don't do that yet. I do this all the time. Sometimes I forgot to put in my try to put my bigger one on what to do. Alexa, volume up. So those are the power to Pikachu here. So I'm just kind of overprotecting these wires since I gotta pull these through the base and the prints. I didn't want to get so I'm the and the Pikachu in particular, I got to feed through the supports that are there. So I just want to make sure that all the connections are protected. So when I go to pull the wires through, nothing gets caught on anything, or you know, just an extra precaution. What? Okay, there's power for Pikachu. Alexa, volume down. What's up, George? You gotta be real careful around 3D prints and heat guns, more so than with like just regular traditionally casted prints. You can screw yourself up pretty good. Okay. Alexa, volume up. Alexa, play Pandora Dream Theater.
Dream Theater Radio from Pandora.
Alexa, play Pandora Angra.
Anger Radio from
I haven't
Pandora.
listened to them in a long time. Alexa, volume down. Where to go? Is this it? Is it? This one. When I twist these wires together, I'm making sure that they twist in on each other, not just one wire is twisting around the other one. Gives you a better connection, I think. So, even though I'm soldering, I honestly feel like it's better. I do need to do a test. Um, See if I need to do any light blocking. I don't know if I may have to spray. We'll see. I may have to paint black first, which means I'll have to go over it with white before I do yellow. We'll see. I'll probably try to do white first anyway. should get my little helper hands out, but let's do the soldering now. I love when hot solder drops on my lap. It feels so good. Hot, 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 hot. You dumbass, it's hot. By the way, if you get shrink wrap too hot, it does the exact opposite. It expands. Yeah. Yeah, well, I was on. We were on till about what time did we got off? 10:30 or 10:30 ish our time, I think. I think I got up at 11 last night, so it'd been 9 o'clock your time. Okay, so now I've got leads wired up for everything. So now I'll be able to have the LEDs plug in and plug out, and just stuff the excess wire into the base as needed. Some of my leads are really, really long, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. This wire goes in there pretty easily, so now what was it? Oh, it's something important there. We got all this excess wire here coming out of the back. I need to test all my connections, so I'm gonna just I'm gonna do a quick solder of this LED to one of my male leads. I can always cut this off later. This will just kind of be my test. Actually, I'm not gonna solder. I'm just gonna twist it. As long as my leads, as long as my negative and positive don't touch, we'll be okay. I'm gonna do a quick little. There's a little shrink wrap on this negative, so it doesn't touch the red. This is just temporary. Because nothing freaks me out more than when I go to plug in an LED and it flickers. Like, what the hell is going on? It's because the things are touching that shouldn't be touching. All right, now my plug. And I got a lot of wire coming out of here. That needs to be all tied together. So that'll push in. So yeah, you'll some assembly when you get this, Tony. You're gonna make this so everything unplugs, and then when you get it, you can put the lightning What I would do is what I would do when you get this is just use a dab of hot glue to glue, put the lightning parts and the in on the cheeks. And I'm sure you know this, but you can't use hot glue on LEDs because it'll burn them out. So I'll use white. I'll use some white glue or canopy glue to glue the LEDs into the clear parts. And you'll have male leads on all the LEDs, and you'll just have to shove the excess wire into the print and do just a little dab of hot glue to hold everything together. I'm thinking about trying to put a magnet in this foot because it's either that or glue him down. He stands fine, but when you put the tail down, he flips back. And my only concern is that I hate drilling half-inch holes in thin prints because it tends to crack out. So I think I would need a half-inch. I don't think well, I don't know. I actually need to buy more magnets. And luckily, I found a place local to me that sells magnets. Like a little hole-in-the-wall factory that's just at the little place, and I just go in there and it's like a half-inch. A half-inch even fit. I mean, it doesn't even fit in his foot. Maybe too big. That'd be plenty powerful enough. What's the next size down from half-inch? 3/8. A 3/8 would probably be strong enough. Oh my gosh, these are all stuck together. So I think I'm gonna start painting this guy today, Tony. I thought I was gonna wait, but now that basically I didn't want to do any painting until I had the soldering done. But I guess there's no reason why I couldn't start painting this guy today, because then it's just a matter of plugging in LEDs. Okay, so that would fit. I want to put it. See, the thing is, his toe. I don't think it's. Yeah, it's. This half-inch is too thick. It would. It wouldn't fit in his foot. I could put it here, but it's really close to the edge. I'm really afraid that that would crack out. But that's. I think a half-inch is what I'm gonna try it. And if I have to fix it, I'll fix it. But I'm gonna try it. So let me check on my connections real quick. Okay. So none of these leads are bare. I gotta strip all the wire off of these guys. Yeah, I think it needs something to hold it in place. I really don't want to glue them to the base if I don't have to. I'm gonna try to put that half-inch in there. It's a little risky, but I'm like super careful. I think we can do it. I'll have a little putty work to do. I'll probably have to do some putty work to just clean it, make it look a little prettier, but that's not the end of the world. So this goes to that guy. Where's my LED? I love these little plugs, man. They make life so much easier. It's just, I gotta put in a power supply, that would help. You gotta have power. We got a rat's nest of cords below my desk. I had to clean it up. What does that go to? Oh, that's my hair dryer. I'm gonna put that for now. Oops. So this power supply is weird. It's interesting. So you plug it in, and it doesn't react right away. It takes like a second to warm up, and then the same thing when you unplug it. The LED stays lit for a minute, and then for a second, and then it's really weird. I don't know. I'm not sure that's a normal thing, but that's what it does. Alrighty, so we got power. Oh, yeah, okay, that one works. Perfect. So I'll trim all these down, and I'll wire it all up. And so the question is, how do I put the control box between here and here? I think I want to get this all wired with the plug in there, and then figure out a way to splice in the control box somehow. I mean, you're an electrical engineer, Tony. There's got to be something out there. The controller. This is your jam, man. You should know this. I'm just a Polish guy that tries to paint. Okay, this is this guy. Yes. Okay, got power there. Good. Just gonna bend those to the side. Okay, that's the Pikachu, so we'll test that here in a second. Okay, tested that one. That's good to go. Let's do Pikachu. Okay, let me test these two guys. This is this guy. Helps you plug the LED in. That would help. Where is it? Okay, power there. Alright, so all those connections are good. And I'm going to test them in Pikachu, which is going to be got a lot of extra wire here. I'm going to tie it all up. We're going to trim this down and shove it back in the base. So I've got enough lead here I can plug in here. So you guys can see. So I got the power going there. I got wires coming out of his cheeks. Okay, that cheek lights up. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, so all my connections are good. You've got power. Now I need to tidy up all this mess right here. I've got a lot of extra wire here. Everything's been shrink wrapped really well, protected. Hopefully that lines up. Yeah, it should. Okay. Doesn't need to stick out crazy far enough to, because I'm gonna have additional leads on the LEDs. So now I've got some of the stuff is sticking out here a little too far, like where my shrink wrap is. That's okay, because I'm gonna shove it back in the base anyway. So this is the moment of truth where I gotta cut this, but not too short, because I got enough room to strip all of this wire back and just make pretty long leads, because I got a lot of wire coming together here. Um, and then we'll wire in this power supply. And then once that's done, we'll check all the um, connections again. Once that's on, and then I know I've got power to everything, I can. I probably won't like super glue the plug in. I may just hot glue it in, and that if I need to pull it out, I can. Um, so I think if I cut right about if I cut here, I guess I'm using scissors to cut this wire. I'm gonna cut here. Okay. I'm gonna start stripping these. Give myself a nice long lead since I got a lot of wire coming together. So I'm just working on my bench. I'm using my workbench to strip the wires off. So the easiest way to strip this wire is with your soldering iron because again it's too thin to use a wire stripper. And I just put it on a hard surface. I had it on my cutting mat. I was melting the cutting mat. Just put your soldering on there, let it warm up, heat up, and you just pull it through and it strips the coating off. Alexa, volume up. I love the smell of burning plastic. song right here. Okay. I'm trying to keep my wires as neat as possible. Not that you're gonna see it, but YouTube's gonna flag this video, but I don't care. I think you're still gonna see the videos I have where they flag my video copyright. I mean, it's not monetized. So as long as don't take my channel down, I guess it's okay. That. this over that. Come on. No, that's right. Let it water to go through. There we go. Come on. There you go. Okay. Got a lot of freaking wire here. But I think we got plenty of room to base to shove it in there. Maybe a little putty work there to do like kind of messed up a little bit, so. Alright, so now we're going to test all our connections again. When I was doing the Sazabi, since I'd never lit a Gundam before, I spent so much time testing. Every time I would solder something, I test. I'd solder test. I mean, I was like neurotic about making sure I didn't lose a connection somewhere. Okay. Okay, good there. That's the power to Pikachu. I'll go. I know that works up there, so. Good there. Good there. Good there. And we're good there. Okay, so we have good connections everywhere. So I'm gonna just. I guess I could glue this in there. I mean, there's no reason why I shouldn't glue this in there. Because for the control box, whenever we figure that out, I want to be able to splice it between this outlet and the power supply. So, what do you think, Tony? Since you're an electrical guy, does that sound feasible? I can eventually, once we find a controller, I can cut this power cord and splice it in, right? That should work, I would think. So I'd really like to glue that in, do the putty work, and then I can actually start painting this today. Okay, cool. So I'm going to glue this plug in. I'm going to do my little bit of putty work that I got to do because I drilled out a little bit there on accident. So let's get that in, and then I'll work on putting a magnet in, and hopefully I don't screw up anything. These are all my mail-ins for the LEDs. So I've got 6 of them. These were left over from my last lighting project, so I don't have to buy those. All I gotta do is buy LEDs, which are a couple bucks a piece. And I'll get you some extras. We'll get some extras. That way, if you have them, and it'd be really easy to switch out an LED if something happens against it. It's everything's plug and play, and they'll be glued in with white glue on the clear parts. You'll have some extra LEDs. You know, they should last for 10,000, whatever, 20,000 hours. So, I don't see why you would have to replace them, but you never know. And when I do get the LEDs, I'll plug them all in. I'll let them burn for at least 24 hours just to make sure nothing goes out. Because typically, LEDs, if they're going to burn out, they're going to burn out in the first 24 to 48 hours. So when I got the Sazabi, I got them in on Friday, I plug them in Friday, and let them burn all weekend just to make sure nothing was going to burn out. Okay. Let's go with my favorite ones. So I did not sleep well at all last night. I went to bed around, like I said, I played, me and my Owen played Diablo till about 11. And I didn't sleep well because Owen was trying out for the high school soccer team, and he got cut in the first cut. So I'm like, I feel really bad for him because he used to be an amazing soccer player. And something's going on where he's just not, I think something with his self-confidence is just not there. Like he's been on, we changed teams a few years ago because the coach that he had, which was a good coach for him, started to just kind of anyways, there's a whole backstory behind why we switched. It was because of the coach, and so we switched to a new team. But this new coach, he's too nice. Like Owen needs someone that's going to kind of kick him in the ass a little bit, and this guy just doesn't do that. So, and plus on this team, he really doesn't have any friends, and they're not good. I mean, I hate to say it, but his team is just not good. They hardly win. If they're lucky, they'll tie once in a while. But he went from a team that was winning consistent. He was really, man, he was scoring goals. He was slide tackling. He was really aggressive, and he ran. He was like one of the fastest players. And then in the past year and a half, almost 2 years, it's just he's like it's like a totally different person player. I'm not sure how much that has to do with him being a teenager or what, but I think part of it has to do with the coach and the team that he's on. He just doesn't new friends. And he was out for 2 days last week for COVID, so I'm hoping the coaches wouldn't hold that against him. But yeah, he got cut on the first cut, and I didn't sleep well last night. I felt really bad for him. I could not sleep. Uh, it breaks my heart because he was really good, and so I don't know. I'm having a hard time with it more than my son, I think. So I was up till 3 in the morning. I finally was able to sleep a little bit. Yeah, he plays select. He's played select since he was 9, so 5 years, 8 or 9. So, you know, last year he said he didn't want to play select again. I was like, well, fine. We'll support you whatever you want to do. If you want to play it, great. We'll support you. If you don't want to play, we'll find. But we told him like, you will do something. You're not going to just do nothing. So whether it's a new sport or something, you're going to find something because we don't want you to just, um, you know. He used to have a lot of really close friends in elementary school, and then a lot of his elementary school friends went to a different school because the school that the elementary school feeds into has a bad rap. So a lot of his friends, his parents transferred him to a different school, so he lost contact with them for 3 years. And now they're back in high school again, but it's different because they have new friends. I don't know. I just feel really bad for him. It makes me sad. And I don't know if there's anything I can do for him, which makes it hard as a parent. I gotta stop because I'm gonna get upset. All right, let's clean up a little bit here. I can turn my soldering iron off. Let that cool down. Put that away. And then we're gonna try to put a magnet in here and not destroy anything. The goal is always not to do more damage than we need to, like when I broke the tail on the Charizard. Okay. I guess just for shits and giggles, as my dad used to say, shits and giggles. We'll test this one more time. I know it's gonna work, but just to put my mind at ease. Alexa, volume down. We used to have a really great electronics store here in Dallas called Tanner's Electronics, and they would have everything I would need, but they went out of business a few years ago. I'd really like to find a local place I could go in and talk to somebody. This is what I want to do. What do you have? Okay, that works. It was kind of like the modern day Radio Shack. They had anything you could think of for electronics. Radio Shack, not Radio Sack. Radio Shack, man. I used to work on a lot of photo jobs for Radio Shack because they're based in Dallas. So a photographer that I used to work with, that was like one of his main clients. And when they closed shop, he lost a ton of business. All right, so let's glue this sucker in. I think I'm just gonna hot glue it. I'm gonna get a hot glue gun. Again, not. You know, I like to have the ability to take things apart if need be. I got someone come by around 11. What time is this? To drop off more repairs. That's the other repair I've got here for him. Okay. I always forget. I keep forgetting I have a bought a battery-powered glue gun when I put on Christmas lights on my house. Right, I had this thing. Let that heat up. I'll super glue that in. I'll use a little. Now this, it also broke out in here a little bit. I may try to fix this a little bit because I'm worried that maybe when I was drilling the hole for the wire, the print cracked right. It didn't crack, but it broke out a little bit right there. So I may put a little putty in there too, just to. I don't mind if I kind of get some light coming out of these keys a little bit. I think it'll just add to the effect. But I do have to check to see if I'm going to get light leaks in his cheeks. So I don't want his cheeks glowing. I don't think, I mean, I don't know. That may look okay. But I need to plug in LEDs, turn the lights off, and shove it in there and see if we get any light leaks. So I'm going to hot glue this guy in. And then I'll do my little putty work to fix the gap around it. And then if I do have to take this out for any reason, I'll have to, you know, I don't want to super glue it. There's gonna be a little gap around the top and the bottom, but it's like right here where the drill bit. You can see there's like a little. I don't want that. All right, I'm gonna do this real quick. So I'll get this in, and we're working on the magnet, and then I'll start painting the base. You know, we'll work on the base first again. Matt and Chat, that's right, man. Just wiring, yeah. Tested everything. Everything's working. So I ran wires through Pikachu yesterday. I ran the wires through him yesterday, and then this morning did through the base. I soldered everything up, got it so it's all plug and play. So I can put this to the side and work on Pearl if you want. But if I can start working on this, I'm just kind of like it's been a long time since I like had multiple projects going on at the same time. I'm not gonna get the Pearl today. There's no way it's not gonna happen. All right. Let's see. Coming out. Okay. Clean that up. Let that dry, and we'll clean up the excess hot glue. I'll give just enough holding power to keep that in. As it should. Let's put a little dab on top, a little dab on the bottom. The excess. I'm going to do a little putty work around the gaps. I mean, technically I could have super glue this in anyway because the putty's going to hold it in. So, you know, now that I think about it. I'm going to go ahead and use the Milliput. I like the Milliput because it's easy to work and I can actually paint on it while it's still curing. Yeah, let's put that to the side. Take a second to clean up from wiring and everything. This is soldering is pulled down. Just doing the smallest amount of this. Okay. What's up, bully? Uh, to BP? What? Oh, I did. That's true. I did. I did two. Touche. And I did two Star Wars. That's how bad my memory is. But it is rare that I have multiple projects going on. It's I used to do it all the time, but um, nothing nothing would ever get done. Yeah, it kind of depends on what the projects are. If it makes sense to do two at a time, like the Black Panthers made sense because it was the exact same subjects, just different color schemes, and they all had the same amount of prep I had to do. Um, because they were really not good kits. I mean, they weren't even kits. They were painted statues that were primed over. So I think it's from the same group that did your Vulture. Isn't that right, Tony? Uh, yeah. Or just come up to the door and ring the doorbell, man, Kevin. Because I don't unless I tap the back of my phone. Just let me know. And when you start walking to the door, I'll hear a ding anyway because my alarm will my home alarm will ding, let me know someone's coming up to the door. So just going up. But I don't have time to chat too long because obviously I'm working. Oh, it's not. I thought it was from the same group. Oh yeah, they'll let me do it too. Oh, I should mix a little more because I wanted to kind of yeah. Okay, I'm gonna mix a little more putty up because I want to fix that little spot right there. Hopefully I can do it. I have to. There's nothing to attach the putty to. That's my problem. Water. Where's my water? There it is. And I'll just plug this port with some silly putty, and I'll paint the plug to match along with the rock. That way, it helps blend it in. Always not just a black thing sticking out of the back. It does protrude a little bit. It's not recessed. There's really not enough depth in the print to try to recess it. in there. Just beat my Q-tip, bro. Just put it in there by accident. And let's take a Q-tip, a little water on it, and blend this. Alright, so even though I want to make the plug easily removable, now that I got putty around it, it won't be easily removable. But there should never be a reason to have to remove this plug. Okay, that. Alright, let me mix up some more putty and we'll try to fix this hole here where I'm not sure it's going to be an issue, but and then we'll try to put the magnet in. Actually, what I should do, let's do the magnet first in case I got any more putty work. I can just mix them enough up for both fixes. Let's do that. Okay, this is cool now. Okay, I'm gonna put the soldering iron away. Get untangled here on the cords. This, I don't need this, I don't need that. Not until we get the LEDs, which I've ordered today. Alright, so I really like to do a 1/2 inch. Do I have a 3/8 inch? I don't know if I do. It's 5/16. 3/8 would be strong enough. I just don't have one. I'm really just concerned about his foot. So I'd really like to put the magnet here in this toe, but it's not thick enough. So I'm going to put the magnet right here. If I do a 1/2 inch, I can get in it without destroying anything. It should be plenty strong enough to hold it in place. And there's actually some putty work here that Bond did. So I've asked him in the past. I love Bond's prints, but I've asked him in the past, don't do any work to the print. Just leave it as is. Give me the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because there's putty work here, and that could cause me issues when drilling this hole. Because it's going to be a different density and different tensile strength than the print. So I used to have these all separated. Now they're not separated. It's strong. Okay. So I'd really like to put the magnet. I guess I could put it where you had the hole. I think if I could put it right there, it's ideal. Okay, that's too close to that edge. pretty good. Put a hook in my drill this morning so I could twist the wire quicker. So I twisted wire rather than just loose individual wires going everywhere. Start off with 8 pole. So I keep pulling out paper towels or cotton because he put paper towels in the print as a backing for his putty. So I'm like, what am I grabbing onto? It's paper towels and stuff. I keep grabbing onto. Okay. Okay, I got enough plane here that I don't have to shove the wires up in the print. I really don't want to do that. Wobbling like that. I don't want to drill this tricking. And we're just going to slowly work our way up. Like I said, I need to get a different drill bit set because when you get to the larger sizes, I wish there were more steps between like 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch. It goes up too fast for a lot of the stuff I do. Like a more gradual progression. So you look at getting a, I think it's called the mechanic set. I've looked at it before years ago, but they had like progressions like in like 1/30 seconds or something like that. Okay, so my 11/64 bit is really dull. I must have done something to it, so it doesn't even cut. I need to replace that one. I better make sure I'm not drilling into my wires. Probably good. That'll be a smart thing to do. Make sure there's no wires down there. I don't think there shouldn't be. No. So I just tell when I'm working in a fragile area on a print to help try to avoid damage, I pulsate the drill just a little bit of time. And not hardly putting any pressure on it. Because sometimes what will happen is the drill bit will catch. And if you just go in there and start hammering at it real fast, that's more for when you get to the bigger sizes. And on the smaller sizes, it seems to do better if you kind of go in a little faster. But see, I got a huge jump. I go up a 1/4 inch of a size, so that's a big jump. This is where I get nervous. Drill bit feels a little dull. The other one's up here. So like a little crack out right there. Because it grabbed. So, now I'm going to do a little penny work there. Not the end of the world, but it is what it is, unfortunately. I don't want to push that through. This base is actually a little thinner than I'm used to getting. It feels like it's a little on the thin side. Okay. If it was thicker, I'd push it down a little bit more. And recess it here. I'm gonna sand this a little bit. I'm gonna use my super glue and towel. Where's my glue? Try to get some of this to run up around the inside. I'll just sand this smooth. I want this to try to run around the magnet. So I'm running this super glue and talc down the side of the magnet and then turning the base. So hopefully it runs up underneath the sides of the magnet and just helps. I'll have to sand this smooth. I got a big clump of this right here, but it's okay. So make sure that this is not going to come out. Go a little overboard, I think, just to be safe. Again, this base feels like it's a little on the, I don't know, it looks like it's pretty thick. Probably 2.5 mils thickness. But yeah, drilling into 3D prints, man, it's nerve-wracking. Okay. And actually filled up a lot of that hole with this talc and super glue mix. But now I got some running down the side of the magnet underneath. Let that sand, let that dry for a minute, and we'll sand that smooth, and then we'll hopefully be able to drill on the foot without screwing it. I'm almost inclined to just use a file, and just so I don't, I really don't want to crack this printout. That's what I'm really nervous about. So I'm thinking I might just use a file, and it may be a little ugly, but that's what putty's for. But I think that's safer. Or I can wrap some sandpaper around a round tool, and I think I'm gonna do that. I really do not want to crack this printout, because that crack, if it cracks, it could, who knows how far it could go up the print. So it's better be safe. It take a little longer to make the hole than crack and have to spend half a day fixing it. So once I get the magnets figured out, I'm gonna do a light leak test on the cheeks. I gotta do putty work on this hole, and here, and probably on the bottom of the foot, and then I need to do a light leak on the cheeks to see if I need to paint any black on the face first, because I really don't want his cheeks to glow. Oh, this is pretty aggressive. This 80 grit. Nope. All right. Kevin's here. We'll be right back, guys. That was Kevin slash nice guy dropping off some more repairs. He's local here, obviously. Say again? No, I'm not a fan of them. I don't like them. You had two of them at one time. I bet they're in Alina's room. Good. Oh my gosh. Stop knocking stuff over, you dumbass. Alright. I'll put it over for that hole. At the end of the world. Okay, now, like I said, I'm not going to try to drill this out because, man, I do not want to crack this out. So I'm just going to get, it's going to take a little bit longer, but it'll save me from the chance of damaging this. Let me get some more 220 sandpaper. I had some. I only had 80 and 120 is good. 220 seems to be like the happy medium. A little sanding tool here. Use this. I just dropped some 120 sandpaper around my X-Acto handle here. Never slowly work this way. In there. Oh, we're almost there. That actually didn't take too long. Actually, it's a good thing I didn't drill because I'm right on the edge here, where his foot meets his body, and that definitely would cause problems trying to drill that out. So sometimes I do things the smart way. All right, perfect. So now, let me scuff up the edges of this. And then I'm going to work on getting the base painted and doing a light test. And then I'm going to see about getting a rattle can for Pikachu so I can get a... Because it'd be really hard to get a nice even coat of yellow on his body with an airbrush. Yellow's like one of the hardest colors to paint in my opinion. Alright, so let's make sure our polarity is correct. It is. I always double, triple check. And then I want to have my close up hand. Let me get some more glue tips. Put Jenner's bead of glue on. Again, one final check. Make sure our polarity is correct. Now I'm going to try to recess this just a hair. Zip pick it. And then we use my talc and super glue mix on top of that. Okay. That'll be my filler slash insurance policy for that not coming out. Let that dry. Sand that smooth. And that should be strong enough to hold him flat-footed. At least I hope it is. It should be. Let's go tomorrow. I'm just gonna hold this like this until this dries. Maybe probably about a minute or so until it's sandable. And then I'll give this guy a sponge bath before I do any painting. I don't want to go try to give a bath in the shower in the tub because of all the wiring stuff. I don't want to get those wet. It's still going, still not 100%. Put that down so I'm going to start running. I'm going to run it now. Fair enough. Okay, let's kick off now. Make myself a little sandy stick. We do some spot priming, obviously. Okay. Wipe down with some Windex. And then I believe I have some oil and grease remover I bought a long time ago. And this has a little okay, now we see if that was worth all the work. I'll put that hole here in a second. So this will get plugged in here. And then you'll feed all the excess wire and either up into Pikachu or into the base or both. Probably easier to feed it up into Pikachu. Come on. So you have to work on fishing these excess wire into the base, Tony. It's just a little fiddly, but you and your grandson can do it. Alright, so it's a little. I'm gonna use somebody to grab those. Easier. So I have a lot of excess wire, maybe too much, but again, I just want a lot of room to play. So we can. There we go. Oh, the magnet's pulling. I can feel it. Aha! Alright, let's put the tail in. And see how he does. Hopefully that's going to be enough to keep him So I think it's going to work. He pulls up a little bit right here, but there's no room for a magnet there, unfortunately. Let's see. It's really strong. It's definitely not going to fall over. Let me see one thing real quick. I definitely don't have room for a 1/2 inch magnet there. Oh my gosh, where my drill bits? They're probably right in front of me, I just can't see them. Oh, they're here. Man. If I had a 3/8, I could put a 3/8 in there. I don't have a 3/8. Like as a 1/4 inch, I don't think that's gonna be strong enough. So I may buy another. I may go online and find that magnet place and buy some 3/8 inch magnets today. To do that. So I'll probably sign off here in a little bit because I need to see about getting a 3/8 magnet for this foot because he sits flat, but this toe's up like ever so slightly and it's bugging me. And also I want to look at getting rattle can paint for this, and I got to order LEDs, so I need to get online and do that. So I'll do the putty work right here for now. But what time are we at? Now it's noon. So I got a little over half a day in. Started work a little bit early this morning since I was awake. I didn't sleep well. So I'll do this putty work and then I'll probably sign off because I got to do the other stuff. And then if I start to paint today, which I think I will, I'll come back on. I'd like to get the base painted today. Okay, I don't need a lot of this. It's kind of small. I'll hold the fill. It's convenient when I don't have to do other things like run errands for a project. All I gotta do is paint and stuff. I can just put the camera on and have it going all day. But if I gotta go run it, like I get supplies or something for something, well, first of all, I need my phone. I'm not gonna leave it on for 45 minutes while I'm out running an errand to get something for a project. So I think I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna get online. Oh, I don't have my computer up here. I'll go get my computer. Grab the name of the company I bought those magnets from. So I can order online and they'll have it ready for me to pick up in about an hour or so. There's a hole here, a drain hole, that would line up perfectly for a 3/8 inch magnet, which will just give me a little more holding power. This is plenty strong for that foot. But I feel more comfortable if I get another magnet in that foot, a smaller one. Oh, I should do this hole too while I'm at it. I don't know if I can do that. There's nothing, there's nothing in the back. It may be okay. I just don't have anything to It's actually fine. I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna do the work if I don't need to do it. Make the extra work. I wish I had. I mean, I got some smaller. What the LEDs I have are too small. They actually won't stay in. They're 3 millimeter. They won't stay in the holes I drilled. They're too small. What was I doing? Oh my gosh, ADHD moment. Okay. Okay, well, since there's really nothing to back this putty, it's wanting to fall into the vase. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get something a little bit in there, and I'm gonna use some super glue on top of it. the super glue and talc. That putty comes with backer. This drying while sand it. That should be good. That hole, and this putty will continue to dry in the next couple hours. Okay, one more. Should work. Fill that hole in a little bit. Okay. So the next thing I need to do is I really need to get a magnet for this guy. So I think I may sign off. And then if I start painting, I'll come back. But basically got all the wiring done. Got a magnet in his right foot, so he sits flat over here. But I feel like I could benefit from a magnet over here, so I'm gonna get online and order that. I can go pick that up today. And then what else? I'm gonna look for a yellow and a rattle can. To me, it probably has something I can use that's give me a nice kind of vibrant yellow. I need to do. I can do a light check real quick. A light leak check while we're here. Let's do that. I want to see. I need work to do. Oh, that doesn't go there. It goes here. There. This is really long. I'm gonna cut. Yeah, I gotta shorten this because I don't want to get. Okay, I gotta get my soldering iron back out. This is way too long. Do that because if I shove all this wire in there, more than likely it's gonna get caught on something in that print, and we don't want that. That'd be bad. So let's cut this down. That. That. Wait for this to heat up. We're not gonna be able to light the whole thing. Do I have? I've never done any custom action figures. I'm just doing a light leak test to see if his cheeks glow and I plug in an LED. I've got. I'm gonna sign off in a little bit anyway because I need to order another magnet for this foot, a 3/8 inch, and I got to get online and order the LEDs for this guy. And I'm gonna look for a yellow rattle can from the hobby store. The magnet I can get this afternoon. I was gonna order it online. There's a company here just down the street for me. I could probably just drive in and actually, if I just walk in, they could probably get me some. But I'm gonna test to make sure I don't have to do any light blocking on his cheeks. I'm hoping not. So that means I gotta paint him black, and then paint him white, and then paint him yellow. So that's just a lot of paint. I'd probably do rattle cans again because something this big and smooth, it's going to be really hard to get even coverage with an airbrush. So I'll probably get some Tamiya paint, which is not cheap because like each can is like $11, if not more. So that's basically how I'm going to wire up what I'm doing right now, all the LEDs for this guy. This is just a test. This is not the right color LED, obviously. It's blue. It's like a cool tone. It's called ice blue. Oh, I'm looking at wire. I'm gonna solder it. I'm just gonna twist it because this is one of my leads that I need. Um, I'll throw some heat shrink on it, and I'll kind of help keep it together. Okay. This is just again temporary test bulb. Oh. I'm gonna turn off all my lights. I think it's this one. Oh. Let's go with that. Oh, I think it's gonna work. I don't see any light bleeding through. And even if it did bleed through a little bit, the lightning's gonna light his cheek up anyway. So there you go. That's kind of cool. And we'll paint this. This will be a yellow LED, or maybe I'll do white, and I'll paint the tips orange and stuff, and do that kind of thing. But there you go. Uh-oh. Don't fall into the print. That'd be bad. Gotta get that out before. That'd have been bad. That would sucked. Okay. So I know it's not going to blow from the inside, which is what I want to test. So I'm not sure you saw that, Tony, if you're still there. Okay, cool. So I know it's going to glow from the inside. That's what that whole thing was about. All right. So now, is there anything else I can do before I gotta pause and do other stuff related to this, but not building or painting? I need a magnet. Yeah, I think I just need to sign off and do what I gotta do. I gotta go order magnets for this and look for yellow paint. So I think that's what I'm gonna do for now. When I get done with all that stuff, if I start painting the base today, which I'd really like to get this done, I'm gonna do obviously rocks, and I'll do really bright green kind of grass on here. That'd be really nice to get that painted. And then if I find the yellow I like, I can paint Pikachu. Actually, oh my gosh, it'd be really good if I could. Depends on, I don't know, my son's got practice. I'm not sure what time. If I could get a base coat of yellow on Pikachu today, that'd be awesome because then I can actually get them painted. Have them finished tomorrow. Oh no, I won't have the LEDs, but the painting, I can get the painting done. Anyway, it's me thinking out loud. All right, so I think I'm gonna sign off for now, guys. If I do any painting, I'll come back later. But yeah, so far you don't get an 8-hour stream today. You only get 4.5. So anyway, thanks for hanging out this morning. And then if I, like I said, if I do some painting, I'll come back this afternoon. But we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.